Yo, what it do was good YouTube, Coco Cop here, and today guys, I'm going to be bringing you guys a new fire video right now. So basically I'm going to be explaining basically what is the storyline for season 6, explaining the island, explaining this new bunker in Wailing Woods, what does it mean? And I'm not talking about this bunker right here, this bunker that we have been assuming that Fortnite is going to be using this. Maybe it will happen this season, maybe not. But I'm not talking about this bunker. I'm talking about the one here, actually in Wailing Woods, yes. But I'm talking about here under the maze. So, but before we get right into it, what I want you to understand first is that I'm going to be going through the storyline. So from season 4 to season 5. So starting with season 4, we know that the meteors were basically the star of season 4, crashing down in Fortnite and destroying as we know, Dusty Depot into Dusty Divot and all that other stuff. So we're basically going to get into the meteor that crashed in Dusty Divot, where we had the mystery skin emerge from that meteorite, and basically we don't know if he's a good or bad guy. So going back to that, as we know that Dusty Divot Dusty Divot has been built basically like a research type station around the meteorite during that season, or season 4, I believe, yes, or season 5 as well, and they basically rebuilt it, and now it's run down. So not only that, we know that people were researching, what's happening. So there are like a type of detectives around Fortnite in the story mode. So we know that. So now here at during season 5 or season 6, I mean, we have this new bunker that Fortnite has added, and yes, maybe an extension to the one over there, and maybe we'll be able to see that in action. But basically, this is like the same style of the one in Dusty Divot, same style of research that they had, like a research division. You got all the little equipment, computers, and all that good stuff. But what really shocks me is that not only the style is the same, but they have something that they are examining from right here. So if we go in here, actually, if we go all the way down, as you guys can see, there is a rift in here. There is a rift that spawns in this bunker. May not be there, maybe completely random, but as we know, there are people that are researching the rifts that came into season 5. They didn't do it right as the rifts were introduced after the rock or whatever. They did it as soon as the cube came through. So they know that the cube is causing destruction to Fortnite itself. So they want to know what they want to, the first thing you want to do is examine where it came from. So that is the rifts that we're looking at right here. So we know that because I don't know how, but they transferred a rift from the outside into here, the little portal thing, and they have like this little like that little light thing pointing down on it or whatever. So we know that they're examining the rift so they can basically send the cube back. Now, talking about the cube, we know that the cube came from the rifts. Purple lightning exactly came through the rift and formed the cube in Paradise Palms. We also know that during season 5 we had the new skins called the Enforcers, which were the Mystery Week skin. They're basically, I don't know, they were in one loading screen which brought back the motel sign, and that's it. They were gone after that. So I don't know. They're not really involved in this, honestly, because they only brought back the one sign. Maybe they are. Maybe this is they're probably gonna link up with the people who originally investigate all the problems with the Fortnite island or whatever. So maybe this season's mystery skin maybe will have something to do with the purple lightning cube. I mean, basically, Fortnite has tweeted out basically showing the cube in the island, darkness rises. So we know that the cube is pure evil and all that stuff. So people here who are investigating the rifts are trying to send back the cube through the rifts. So now we're going to be talking about the cube itself. Now the cube itself is basically under the main Fortnite island. Everybody knows, everybody's seen the preview when they started season 6. The cube's there on the island, and it started to move basically not too long after the season started, which is it was moving pretty fast paced, honestly. So we know that, and basically it's sitting over here pulling up basically the marking that it left when it first landed, where it kept moving and stuff. So it's pulling that up and basically making like these little hot pockets, not the food, but hot pockets of purple stuff. And so basically, you started making like these little hot pockets of like this purple type lava stuff. So my theory is that since it pulled up this, it's basically you see lightning and stuff like drawing down or up through the ground. My theory is that it's drawing power from basically this part of the room, basically from the island itself. So when I say that, I mean like the cube is trying to draw power for itself. Now, this actually is it's kind of a good theory because if you go inside here, there usually I don't know why it's not here anymore, but there is usually you can see like the purple cube like coming through, emerging along the walls and stuff. I'm showing you pictures since it's not here on the video of basically the cube. It's a cube itself, and it looks like it's either expanding or growing another cube. So I believe that once it's done with all 7 rooms, we're gonna see basically either another cube or this cube right here even bigger. So I don't know. I don't know what the cube's purpose is really. I mean, it's just trying to. I guess it's trying to basically bring darkness to the Fortnite island because, as you guys know, Halloween is around the corner. So this is Epic's way of doing so. So yeah, basically down in here, it's just purple lightning. That's basically the cube. And these rune symbols. Really, nobody has basically figured them out. What do they mean or anything like that? So maybe that's just like a little distraction for Epic's cube plan. But we all know that the cube is basically the darkness because on season 5 of the week 10 loading screen, you basically see the evil version of Bright Bomber with with the evil eyes and all that good stuff. So that's basically what the cube is doing. Not only that is that when the cube is touched on the island, it's not completely like see how this is all purple, but this is not completely purple yet. I mean, there's still like a little purple strips kind of go through. So eventually, I believe that this whole island will either be a bigger cube or have another separate cube on top. So no more Loot Lake Island Center House. So sad enough, but that's basically what it's doing. And also, the cube's direction right now, it's been here as soon as this video goes up, it's been at this room for a little over, I believe it's been at least 2 days. So longer than it took to make those gravity forces or whatever. It took 24 hours for that. But as of right now, I believe that the cube is moving backwards in the direction that it made those rooms. So this one first, and then as soon as that one's done, it's going to be moving over to that one over there next to Loot Lake, and then backwards to Wailing Woods, and then so on and so forth. That's what I think. So because honestly, if it was going to any room, it will go to that one first because that is the closest one to Loot Lake. But it moved here first, which means that basically it's going to be moving in backwards direction. Maybe not, maybe so. I don't know. That rhymed, but at this point, it's just a guessing game. But so far, that's what I believe the theory is for the cube. Back to the bunker in Wailing Woods. Honestly, that place is I believe that has something to do with Dusty Divot. So if we go over to Dusty Divot like right now, so Dusty Divot is right down. Basically, Dusty Diner they started those trucks that started moving from basically that house to here to here to there. They were basically building. They weren't rebuilding Dusty Divot, which is sad. And I thought that was gonna happen in season 6, but they did a diner, which is weird because they still have this rundown investigation site that was happening in season 4/5, where the meteorite crashed right in the center, like I explained earlier, and then the mysteries can emerge from that, and blah blah blah. And then up here on the hill was somebody investigating. So basically, there are detectives in Fortnite. There's a bush sitting there now, which is kind of weird. Which is kind of weird. I didn't notice that till now. So there's a bush in there now. Okay. So basically, yeah, we know that there's detectives in here because this is the same setup as the one in Wailing Woods bunker. But I'm gonna stop blabbering and let you guys collect your thoughts. And down below in the comments, I want to know what you guys think between basically the bunker and the cube. Do they have a similarity? I mean, not a similarity. Are they what is the word I'm looking for? I don't even know the word that I'm looking for. Are they connected in any way? That's what I'm looking for. Basically here, the same setup that you have in Dusty Divot, and then the rift is here, so they're investigating the rift to send the cube back through, as said that before. So before I keep repeating myself, I'm just going to end the video right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you guys stay tuned to my channel for some more storyline updates. Not only that, challenge video is going to be up in a day, actually. I got to work on that next. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the week 2 challenges guide. Of course, I have that for you. And without further ado, that's in the video, and I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one.